Everyone, and welcome to this week's Tech Cookie. As always, I hope this recording finds you and your family well. And today I thought I would focus on one of our probably most unknown and underutilized services that we offer online that is really valuable and also even more valuable given the current situation. It's called Novelist, and it is a way to get reader's advisory and recommendations right from home automatically. So let's dive in and take a look at it. I'm here as always on our familiar homepage. And today I'm going to scroll down, and in our slideshow we have Novelist. Whoops, just use the back arrow to get it back here. And so I'm going to go ahead and click that. And one of the nice things about Novelist is that it's provided by the New Jersey State Library. So you do not need to log in. All you need to do is follow that link from our homepage and you're right into the service. So let me just show you its core function first. So up here I have keyword search. I can also search by title, author, or series. So I'm going to search for a title. And one of my favorite books growing up was Andromeda Strain by Michael Crichton. And obviously a very relevant book these days. So let's say, I want to find books that are kind of like that if I've already read this book, which is what people often want, what is the next book that would kind of whet my appetite for that kind of material? So let's go ahead and search for it. And it'll just take a minute to load up. And so I think the most valuable, so first of all, here you get a whole, sort of summary of the book, all the key factors about it, what kind of genre is it in, what are its themes, how is its storyline laid out, reading levels, writing style, that sort of thing. If there's a Kirkus review available, you'll get to read the Kirkus review. You can see its popularity among other readers. You can see its rating on Goodreads. In this case, it's 4 stars with almost 4,000 reviews. So that's pretty good. Sometimes there'll be a first chapter available where you can actually read the first chapter or sometimes the first page of the first chapter, just to give you kind of a flavor of the book. But the core feature is over here on the right-hand column, read-alikes. So based on sort of user data and user input, it automatically generates a list of books that it thinks that you will like if you liked Andromeda Strain. So for example, the first result is called Cold Storage. So let's go ahead and click that. Now, briefly, the Andromeda Strain is about a satellite that crashes to Earth and inadvertently introduces a foreign sort of alien pathogen that's extremely deadly into the atmosphere. So bearing that in mind, when we read this summary here, when Pentagon Bioterror operative Roberto Diaz was sent to investigate a suspected biochemical attack, he found something far worse, a highly mutative organism capable of extinction-level destruction. He contained and buried in a cold storage deep beneath a little-used military repository. So you can see, yes, that is kind of along the same lines, in a way, of the Andromeda Strain, sort of a dangerous bio life form that threatens us. So that is the core of Novelist, that you can get these read-alike recommendations, but you can also break it down a lot of other ways. So for one way is sort of by like atmosphere. So I'm in the mood for books that are ... haunting and spare. And here's some haunting and spare books. And if you click the arrow, you get even more. Leisurely paced and atmospheric. And here's a bunch of titles like that. Suspenseful and compelling. A bunch of titles like that. And then, again, if you click one of these titles and you load it, then you're going to get the read-alikes based on that title. So you can just go deeper and deeper. If there's a certain kind of story you enjoy or a certain genre you enjoy, this tool can quickly, within like a minute, give you a whole bunch of recommendations that you can explore. So extremely valuable in that sense. There's also breakdowns by age group. So we have books for adults, for teens, for ages 9 to 12, and for ages 0 to 8. So another way to sort of break it down. Um, then we have sort of down here the more traditional ways. So like leisurely paced and atmospheric, that's kind of, I wouldn't say vague, but there's a whole bunch of things that could fall into that category, right? But down here we have kind of the more traditional sort of genres: science fiction, horror, historical fiction, romance, fantasy, mystery, etc. And again, if you click these arrows, you'd see more. So if you just want to see like science fiction, just click on that and you're going to start to get recommendations. And remember, every single one of these, if you click on it and it opens up, you're going to get the read alike. So every recommendation only leads to more recommendations, which leads to more recommendations. So again, if you think you've read like every kind of book by an author or in a certain genre and you think you've got nowhere else to go, this tool can help you find other places to go. That's it really. That's really the core. There's even more options over here, like Novelist staff faves. So you can see the staff of this website. They have their own personal recommendations you can go through, which again, when you click on any of them, will lead to more recommendations. Um, so it's just a great way to get reader advisory at a time when we are opened to the public at this point, but our visits are limited to 30 minutes. So this can give you a way, like, to when you come to the library, if you've done some background on novelists, you can come in, quote unquote, with a battle plan, a list of books that you think you're interested in. This way you can get them, go home and enjoy them. And so that's about it for this week. That was Novelist. I hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you again next week with another tech cookie. Take care.